Well, let's do a proper intro. Robert Fink, aka Squiddy, is the community manager maestro for Champions Ascension, a Web3 universe living as part of Jam City. Champions Ascension is a growing and transformative Web3 universe that redefines entertainment, games, storytelling, and real-world experiences through Jam City's revolutionary blockchain technology. And Jam City is an award-winning mobile entertainment company, providing unique and deeply engaging games that appeal to a broad global audience. Squiddy, welcome, and look forward to covering a few things with you.
Yeah, look forward to sharing what we're doing with Champions Ascension, because it's the best video game out there in the space. I humbly say, with absolute no bias at all whatsoever.
Of course, and you know, the problem is Andre is a video game player, so now you just gave him a new distraction from all his ambitious goals he laid out for 2023.
Wonderful.
You did.
Well, he's gonna find a way. He's gonna be like, holy smokes, look what these guys are doing with Champions. We got to figure out how to way to, it's gonna be some good stuff. It's gonna be beautiful things all around.
Collabs happen on the show all the time. We'll see what happens here, but let's get into your upcoming drop. So second highest Eternal, which will be free sometime in January. Give us some backstory here.
Yeah, really excited for our upcoming drop. It's going to be in January. These are the second highest tier of champions. These are Eternals. These are going to be the elemental Eternals. They're introducing 4 separate houses. For anyone who's not familiar, we've got our Prime Eternals. You can find them on OpenSea or any other secondary market. Those are our Genesis collection. There are 7,622 of them. It's an awesome collection, amazing art. You've got your House of Life, your House of Death, and your House of Arcane. Those are the 3 families. They have divine parts, and they are at the top of the ecosystem for champions. I think they're hovering around like a 0.6 floor. And it's, again, that's a big barrier of entry to get into a game and to be able to test out a game. So bring on the elemental Eternals, with market conditions and everything that's going on and us believing in the free to own mentality. We're doing this drop for free. And we're really focusing on getting this game out to the hands of gamers and to the hands of real people who are going to come on in, have a good time, contribute, right? And all kind of like grow together, right? We want to really specialize. So finding that proper balance between getting into the hands of gamers and rewarding our community members, plus bringing in new people and generating additional interest and just the marketing for the game Champions. So we really put our heads down post our mint, and now as we get ready to reemerge, we're in a fantastic trajectory, and we're really excited to for the upcoming mint to get more players to have actual ownership in these Eternals. So right now, if you don't own a Prime Eternal, you can come into the games. That's going to lead to the next thing you're going to come to. But yeah, that's it for the drop.
So this is like we calling it a pre-alpha. Players are testing the game, earning tickets. They can use those to mint loot boxes, which have their own collection on the secondary market. What's the difference here, like a pre-alpha and a beta? Is there anything specific, or is it just nomenclature?
Yeah, so it's the progression in when it comes to developing the video game. So for the pre-alpha, right? Beta, when it comes to a beta, there's going to be a lot more functionality than a pre-alpha. So for example, right now in the beta, don't quote me on this, I'm not 100% sure, but in the beta, I would guess that you'd be able to come in and fight with your actual Prime Eternal. So right now in the pre-alpha, you can come in with your Prime Eternal. It's fully rendered. It's your character walking around the worlds. But when it comes to testing out the game, like testing out the combat features and being a pre-alpha tester, right? These are the first time the devs are introducing certain fighting moves, right? So these are the first times like, okay, we need players to come on in, people to check it out. What's broken, what's not, right? So we have a loading screen like this, things will and should break right now, right? So we've got a really hardcore dedication of gamers who are experiencing what it's like to be a lot of times for these big games, you'll see registration to test out the beta, right? The closed beta is what you hear. So again, it's like, okay, we're pretty confident with our product right now. We're going to test it out. It's really the first time getting it to the public. When it comes to pre-alpha, all this work is usually done behind closed doors. We're doing all this work out in the open with our community.
That's cool. Yeah, I can kind of like imagine you're in the dojo, you've got your weapon, you're moving around, you're kind of getting a feel for for your environment, getting ready to get into action later. And there's this like really cool lore behind Explorer Messina, and a current quest live where the community is building out, one for the upcoming collection. Can you talk to us a little bit more about the lore here?
Absolutely. So the lore is one of the most things that really keeps the people. We've got about 2 complete seasons of our lore. It's almost like it's like an encyclopedia. Our VP of narrative, Ryan Kaufman, he's an amazing creative. He was a writer on games, on shows such as Game of Thrones, and really being able to like try some things and continue to build, like call it a pre-alpha of figuring out how we can continue to blend the community and the development of the game, right? If players who are involved right now, they follow the quest, they help shape the lore and the experience of this game. So, when this game is played by millions of people, the people that were here right now building this app, like, oh, look, look, you can tell their son, listen, like, you see that wall over there? Like, I created that. Like, I had a reason for this thing being in this game that you're now playing right now. Right. So it's something, little cool things like that. It's just really deep and rich. And I highly recommend you check out Champions Voices. To read more about it, a link to the site. You can go to champions.io and really get like see all of our lore in one place. I don't want to spoil it for anybody, but it's it's got like a Game of Thrones fantasy. It's really cool, right? And everything revolves around combat. So everyone's identity in this world in Messina revolves around their success in combat. So
cool. Well, I think that covers most of what we wanted to check in about it. It's really exciting. We want to make sure people head on over to your Discord for additional opportunities for whitelists and learn more about the projects. How do people get access to the Discord?
Yeah, so we've got an invite link. I believe you can find it on our Twitter. It's Discord, invite.discord.gg/champions ascension. I think we sent that over to you there. And yeah, it's sorry, I don't know if you'll send it over to some final words, or if that was a chance to let it rock. But
no, we'll people can download the game, champions.io/download, and enter the code 5YK4W, and we'll share that on social and everything with people as well. And I've got next week off. I'm excited to check out what you're doing and play some games.
Yeah, man.
That's one thing I enjoy doing. I haven't had too much time this year to check out, so I'm excited about that.
Make sure you have your voice chat on, right? Because it's a social experience, right? Our CEO, Chris Wolf, he was the co-founder of MySpace, right? So really combining the social and the gaming aspect. So we've got 4 mini games to play without testing combat, right? So you want to hop into a voice and play some dice or play some cards or stuff. You're able to do that, and you can talk alpha, right? You can talk about, hey, I just listened to this amazing Edge of NFT podcast, right? Like, holy smokes, that was so cool. Being able to kind of like have that social experience in the game. So when you check it out, Josh, you'll be an urchin if you don't have a Prime Eternal. I'm not sure if you've been Prime or not, but so again, like, you kind of like differentiate the primes versus the urchins, and they accumulate tickets at a fraction of the rate of the primes.
All right, Andre, it sounds like we have to turn into primes and play some video games together before the resolutions kick in next year.
Yeah, so I've been touring around the site, and right now I'm on the OpenSea. There's some really cool characters here. I'm looking at one in particular that's like a wolf with deer horns and like these like dragonfly wings. Whoever this is dope as hell. So.
Is it a Fenrir? It sounds like a Fenrir of the family.
It just says it could be Fenrir. It says champion 2381. Let's see. Let me look at its properties.
And there's it's pretty cool, man.
It's in the Fenrir.
Oh, Andre muted himself. It's a secret.
Oh, sorry. I was doing that whole thing where you hold the space bar down, but I clicked off the screen, so I guess that didn't work anymore. But yeah, it is a part of the Fenrir family.
Yeah, that's one of my favorites.
Very cool. Well, we're also going to do a giveaway with you guys, but people can keep a lookout on our socials for the details on that. And you guys have been very generous about that. So and I think we'll have a lot of fun. So
Absolutely. Thank you guys so much for having me.
Yeah, thanks, Squiddy. Have a great holiday. Talk to you soon, man.
Take it
catch
easy,
you
guys.
later.
Great to meet you.
Edge of NFT, baby. Heard it here
That's
first.
right. Holy smokes and holy moly, we like to say.
See you guys.
See you later.